All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Sacred Sunday with me, Reiki Master Allison. I am live on YouTube. I am live on the TikTok. I am live. So do me a favor. Wherever you are watching this, make sure that you are sharing, you are liking, that you are interacting, because somebody needs to hear this message. Somebody needs to be in this room. So, sharing is caring. So, don't try to hoard me and keep me to yourself. But I welcome you. It is new moon in Taurus. Peace to all the Tauruses out there. Whether you are a Taurus is your sun sign, your moon, or your rising. Peace to all the Taurus. And just know all of us have all of the zodiac somewhere in our charts. Um, it just, depends on placement. Please don't ask me about that stuff because that is not my wheelhouse. I'm still learning a lot about it, but I do know some people I can put you on with that know they shit when it comes to that stuff. I know quite a few, and they are powerful, powerful beings. So, all right. So it is new moon in Taurus. So this is what we're gonna do. And I actually forget about the new moon until I opened up my email this morning and saw an email from one of my favorite creators, called Mystic Mama. I don't think she's on TikTok because she does a lot of like she doesn't do video. She does photos. Okay. She has beautiful artwork for sale on her site too. You should check it out. But she does a great job in giving you this, excuse me, beautiful synopsis of any of the moon cycles that come through when it's new moon or full moon. And I just really enjoy her content quite a bit. So I'm going to share with you what she is talking about for the new moon. And that way we can talk about what we need to be doing. So, hello to whoever's watching me on YouTube. Here's the thing, y'all. Come in the room and say hello. It's I promise you I won't bite you. I promise you I'm not gonna call you out and make you feel some type of way. I always want to make you feel comfortable. This is a safe space, a sacred space. But at least come in and say hello. Don't be just lingering because that's creepy. All right. So I'm gonna read and then we'll talk about it. Okay. All right. So, on this new moon in Taurus, may we embrace all of the earthly parts of us and sink deeper into our soul, having this human experience. We'll stop right there. One of the things that we have to constantly remind ourselves is that we are spiritual beings, that we are these beautiful souls who are having a human experience. Okay. We're having this human experience. And in this human experience, there's going to be imperfections. In this human experience, there's going to be flaws. In this human experience, we're going to mess some stuff up. In this human experience, we can experience joy. We can experience pleasure. We can experience a multitude of good things, not so good things, indifferent things. And it doesn't really, I won't say it doesn't really matter because it does, but it's just that in us being these spiritual beings, having these human experiences, what I would love for us to do is to give ourselves more grace, to give ourselves more grace, have a little bit more compassion for ourselves, and not be so hard on ourselves all of the time. Some of us, that is to our detriment. But let me just keep reading and then we'll go further. So she goes on to say, let's expand to embrace all the places where there is resistance and see what is here for us to learn from and grow from. Taurus invites us to a gentler, more grounded attunement with the earth, our breath, our bodies. And we'll stop right there. So, this energy right now is giving us the opportunity to be more grounded, to reconnect with earth, to reconnect with our breath, to reconnect with our bodies, knowing that us being these spiritual beings, having this human experience, within this human experience, there is connection. At least there should be. And there actually is, whether you want it to be or not. There's the connection between you and you. There's the connection between us as humans. There's the connection between you and your higher power, whatever you call your higher power. And then there's the connection between you and Mother Earth. So this Taurus energy is inviting us to a more gentle energy that gets us more grounded, that gets us more in attunement, in alignment with Earth, our breath, our bodies. Let me go ahead and read a little bit further. Taurus is ruled by Venus, reminding us that there's a harmonic chord we can strike when we tune into our senses, what we really need and desire. So tune into those things. What is it that you really need right now? What is it that you truly desire right now? So we're not just talking about either or, it's this and. So it's not just you tuning into the stuff that you want, but it's also tuning into your senses to tap into you receiving that which you really need right now. So ask yourself, what do I really need right now? What do I really need? What needs are not being met for me right now? And how can I really tune into this without overthinking, overwhelming, and everything else? Right? So it's having that understanding of us tuning into our senses, tuning into those clairs that we all have. Because whether you want to believe it or not, we all have some, at least one of the clairs. And the clairs deals with all the senses. Our senses are senses of smell, sight, hearing, touch, taste. So it's time that we tap into those things so that we can become more in tune with Mother Earth, ourselves. And within ourselves, there's the breath, there is our bodies. So she goes on to say this is such a catalyzing, activating time where we can get sudden insights about what it is ultimately best for our soul's journey. Because going back to what we said originally, that we are spiritual beings having this human experience. So it's us understanding what is it in this human experience? What is it that our soul is beckoning for right now? I want you to think about that. What is your soul beckoning for? What are you looking for? What is it within you that you truly want, that you truly desire? Like in your feelings, in your body at this moment. What is it that you really want? What is it that your soul is craving at this moment? What is it that your soul is saying, "Hey, we need this right now." And this energy of the new moon, because here's the other piece that, we have to think about. So within the moon cycles, so you have several moon cycles, okay? But you have new moon and you have the full moon. So generally speaking, when you have full moon energy, full moon is generally the time of releasing. And it's also a time of sacred surrender, right? So new moon comes along and it's the dark moon because you can't go outside on a new moon and see the moon because it's dark. It's furthest away from the sun. But on a new moon, this is the time for you to make your desires known, to begin the process of manifestation, to write down what your desires, your wishes, your intentions, and all of those things. Hey, Gigi. And all of those things that you're able to put forth again for manifestation. So again, we're going back and we're looking at this um, with the new moon in Taurus. The new moon in Taurus, I'm going to reread this part because this is important. Taurus is ruled by Venus, reminding us that there is a harmonic chord we can strike when we tune into our senses and what we really need and desire. So, again, this new moon is not just about what you want, it's also about getting your needs taken care of. Oftentimes, we start to neglect our needs. We get stuck on our wants, but we're not thinking about our needs. Are our needs being fulfilled? Are we grateful for the needs that have been met? Do we think about that? Do we sit in gratitude of the needs that are met? So let's think of it this way. If you do have a roof over your head, it may not be the roof that you want, but it is a roof and you have that covering. You have a place to stay. There are a lot of people who don't have a place to stay. So the need of having a roof over your head is met, but maybe the want and desire is to feel at home within yourself. So you have a place to live, but within yourself, you're not tuned in to your senses. You're not tuned in to who you are and whose you are. So that's leaving you feeling not at home within yourself. The energy of this new moon in Taurus can help you with those needs and desires. So it's just like what I read earlier. It's now for you to think about, what is it that I really want? What do you want? So I'm going to go back and reread this part as well. This is such a catalyzing, activating time where we can get sudden insights about what is ultimately best for our soul's journey. We can see where things might be heading and realize we need to choose another path, shift a pattern, or commit to trusting what wants to be birthed through us. Are you in alignment with what wants to be birthed through you? Or are you always chasing things that are not part of who you are? Think about that for just a moment. What is it that's calling to be birthed through you? Thinking about the sacral area, which is for us as women, that's our sacred womb space. That is the space between your hips and your abdomen It's right above your pubic area, but below your navel. So when we're thinking about that area that is about our sensuality, sexuality, it's about our emotions, it's creation. Hello, Goddess Chantel. Yay, thank you. So when we're thinking about that, getting into what it is, not just of thinking about needs and desires, because again, we have to be in alignment right now. Are you in alignment with what is asking, what is needing to be birthed from you? So now the question is, how far out of alignment are you? Are you not getting what you want because you're just out of alignment? And a lot of times that is the case. You're wanting things because, we get that shiny thing syndrome, right? Like we'll see something that's bright and shiny and be like, ooh, like, that Disney movie Up, where the dogs would get so distracted and they see a squirrel, squirrel, that's the way a lot of us are with life. And there's no tea, no shade, because I'm that way too. So we have to remember the glittery, shiny things aren't always for us. And just because it's all beautiful and shiny doesn't mean you can't admire it, doesn't mean you can't look at it and be like, oh, that's cute, that's shiny, that's pretty. But is it for you though? So while you're distracted for by the things that are not for you, the thing that is for you, that's waiting to be birthed, that is actually the key to you getting everything that you said you wanted out of this life, is sitting at the side. Like, will they notice me? Will they come over here and try to like pick me up, dust me off, and take me on because I'm theirs? Probably not. It might take you a minute because you're distracted again by the shiny things. So, us getting ourselves into alignment during this new moon is going to be key. It's going to be key because some of us are way too distracted by the shiny things. The shiny things, the things that are the sexy topics, the sexy things that are being sensationalized. Meanwhile, your purpose, your calling, the thing that is practically begging you to birth it is collecting dust. And then you'll come to someone like me and say, "Can you give me a reading? Because I just can't understand why I'm not getting that which I want." Because, I've been praying, I've been talking with my ancestors, I've been, leaving offerings on the altar. I've been, I put all this stuff on my vision board and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. But then I'll ask you, how much time do you spend in prayer or actually in meditation so that you're listening more than you're speaking? Because if you're constantly the one talking, when you're going before your ancestors and your spirit guides and God, if you're always the one talking, I can guarantee you everything that they have tried to tell you, show you, and everything else is why you're not getting what you want. And they're probably telling you, hey, you are way too distracted by that shiny thing. Please stop getting so distracted by that shiny thing. That shiny thing is a trap. Don't fall for it. Don't go there because it's not for you. It's not. So I am asking you at this point, as I begin to close out this message, what is it that you want? What is it that you want? And are you giving thanks for the needs that are met? And then thinking about what are some of the needs that have not been met that maybe you need to push those to the forefront instead of so much of what you want. Or, as I stated, maybe you need to think about the fact that, for instance, you have a roof over your head. It may not be the roof you want, but you have a roof. And maybe it's not so much the roof that's making you feel the way you feel, it's because you just don't feel at home within self. So that's how your needs and your wants get muddled together. So it's time for us to really start thinking about that. Thank you all for the hearts, the follows, and all the beautiful things on TikTok. I appreciate you all so much. Yay. So much love, so much love. But yes, I want you to really think about that. And the follows, I don't want you to think I didn't see that you're following. I want you to think about that. Okay. Now, before I close out this message, I want to tell you about this beautiful offering that I have that I am so excited about. Well, thank you. Third Eye Roses. I love your name on TikTok. Thank you so much. I have an offering that I've been working on for a while, and it's really near and dear to me because these are things that I had to learn. I just hosted my master class a few days ago, and don't worry, that's going to be available if you want to sign up for it and everything. But the master class is about you unlocking your power to set and achieve your goals. I work with a lot of Reikipreneurs, and a Reikipreneur is someone who has a heart centered business that is spiritually uh, guided. They use their spiritual gifts, their holistic gifts, and it is their business. And so many Reikipreneurs do not treat their business like a business, they treat it like a hobby. And since we treat it like a hobby, we don't prioritize certain things. So when we set our goals for our business, it's kind of like we take a spaghetti noodle, throw it against the wall, and pray that it sticks to let us know that it's ready. And we're treating our goals in our businesses like that. And then that keeps us from being able to achieve that which we want in our business. So I am here to help you with that. So I have created a 90-day group coaching program that's called the Sacred Strategy. And why? Because I'm Reiki Master Allison. My school is called the Sacred Pathway Academy. But this is a sacred strategy, and it's a 90-day journey to alignment and clarity. If you've been struggling with having alignment and clarity in your Reikipreneur business, your spiritual business, you might want to take a look at this. Because in this 90 days, I'm going to help you manifest your goals, master your time, and move with intention. Because what we also have to remember is within that goal setting, there's an element of time that we often fall completely short of. Is we're not mastering that part, the time management. The time management shoots us in the foot almost every time. And that's not, you know, it's you're not lazy. I need you to understand that. You are not lazy. The reasons of you not meeting your goal have nothing to do with you being lazy because you're not. It's just that you're frustrated and you're searching, you're overwhelmed. You need accountability, you need support. And that's what this program is all about. So, if you would go to, because since TikTok, I didn't put this, and I should have, but I didn't. But you can go to tinyurl.com/ manifesting goals 25. So that's tiny, that's TINY, then letter U, letter R, letter L.com, and then / manifesting goals 25. 25. And you can get all the information about that. Now, if you are like, I don't know if that's really for me after you've read it, then my suggestion would be is go to my link tree and click on Meet with Allison and let's sit and talk about it. You get a 30-minute consultation with me. We sit, we talk, we laugh, we discuss some things, and we'll see if it's in alignment with you, you know? So that's it. That's what I got. So I'm gonna sign off of YouTube, but I'm gonna hang out for a little while on TikTok. Is that all right, y'all? Can we hang for just a little while? So goodbye to YouTube. But those that are watching me on TikTok, if you came in late, you can always go to my YouTube channel and watch the replay. And YouTube people, same thing. All right. Signing off now, YouTube. Bye.